Hey everyone, Renee here with my updated evening skincare routine for spring, and I'm showing you what I do on the nights that I use retinoids. So currently I'm using two different types of retinoids. It really doesn't need to be that complicated at all, but I am experimenting a little bit. So I'm alternating Tretinoin 0.012% with my retinaldehyde 0.75%. I use Tret about 3 times a week, and on my off nights, I'm using retinaldehyde. I've gotten probably the best results from using retinaldehyde, but I do want to get the Tret in there as well. So far, it's been really, really working for me. And I do feel like when you are using retinoids, it's always good to have like at least one off night where you can bring in another active, like an acid or something. I feel like having that weekly break has worked really, really well for me. My morning routine will come after this because the morning after retinols is really about sort of damage control. It's about giving your skin what it needs to alleviate any possible side effects or sensitivity, dryness, redness, irritations. These routines really are geared towards sensitive skin and make sure it's built up as much as possible. 2 cleansers I am so excited about. I look forward to my first cleanse every single day. Both of these are oil-based emulsifying cleansers. The first one is this beautiful, luxurious oil cleanser from Bonaire that uses blue tansy. This feels so rich, luxurious, and calming. The blue tansy is everything. There's no added, fragrance or fragrant oils in here. It just has that beautiful blue tansy scent to it. It absolutely annihilates all makeup. Also in rotation is this cleansing concentrate from Deviant Skincare. This is also an emulsifying balm cleanser, but it's not like your average sherbet cleanser. The texture is very, very different. It is soft like butter. Again, super luxurious, soothing, calming, rich to apply, emulsifies, and rinses off completely clean. That is such an important aspect of a cleansing balm for me. You just want to sit and massage your skin forever because it just feels so beautiful. And also, it doesn't irritate the eyes at all. It doesn't even seep in now that they're wide open. This is designed for people with very sensitive skin. The founder, Natalie, has very sensitive skin. So there are no fragrant oils in here. It's designed to just calm, soothe, and clean. This also uses a blend of ingredients that makes it good for all skin types, including oily and easily clogged, congested skin. This sits in a base of hemp oil. This emulsifies beautifully, and like I said, rinses off clean without residue. My second cleanse rotation, depending on how my skin feels and what I need that day. VIPO2 is just going to be a classic consistent staple. Peach & Lily's Power Calm Hydrating Gel Cleanser. When I'm feeling just a little congested, I've called this like the most perfect gel cleanser. This is really gentle and legitimately soothing. Beautiful ingredients, no sulfates. I've never really come across a cleansing gel that cleanses this well, but also simultaneously soothes and calms my skin down. A new discovery for me, and I have to credit some of you for introducing me to this because, where has this been all my life? Paula's Choice Optimal Results Hydrating Cleanser. I would describe this as a creamy gel cleanser or a gel cream cleanser. It's got one of the most pleasant, elegant textures. This is also soothing and calming while you cleanse. That is the general theme here. This does not foam, but it is really strong, and it's not scented, obviously. It just feels hydrating as you use it. It's just thick. In fact, this is really pretty powerful because you could even use it as a first cleanse and it will get rid of all your makeup, your sunscreen, your eye makeup really, really well. Again, doesn't irritate the eyes at all. There's also nothing remotely sort of greasy, pore cloggy or anything like that about this at all, and it rinses off completely clean. My skin feels hydrated, calm. It just feels really clean and really good. This is right after cleansing. I'm either going to use my 10% niacinamide booster or my Midnight Blue peptide serum. I'm going to use the peptide serum because my Tret formula already contains niacinamide in it. I don't want to do overkill. Claire's Midnight Blue has never let me down. It's just been a consistent staple. This is so calming on the skin almost immediately, but also it's so thin and watery, it absorbs so fast. I know I've said this before, but I feel like this has really countered some of the side effects during the retinizing phase. In fact, these two serums have been invaluable during this whole process and just making sure that it was just a lot more pleasant. For heavier hydration, of course, my trusty HYDRATORS Premium and my beloved I'm From Rice toner. I have recently revisited this amazing hydrating toner. It's like, why did I stop using it? The one from Olivarier, their pH 5.5 Dual Moist Toning Lotion. But yeah, this is got a beautiful consistency because it's not really thick. It's not as thick as, obviously, the HYDRATORS Premium. This is so skin plumping, hydrating, soothing, great for sensitive skin. There's no fragrance, alcohol, or anything like that. It's got 2 different weights of hyaluronic acid in it, squalane, centella asiatica. It's so hydrating, and the moisture just stays in your skin. I'm so happy I have this back in my life. This is the step that I'll use either my retinaldehyde or my tretinoin. When I first started out, I would actually apply tret as the last step of my skincare routine over my moisturizer. Now, this is where it fits the most perfectly and effectively in my routine, which is after hydration and before moisturizers. And applying moisturizers on top of tret will also create a bit of a buffer as well, which doesn't mean it's going to be less effective. It just means that it'll be a gentler and slower release. So I'm going to show you how I apply this to make sure that I don't use more than what I actually need that might cause more irritation. I just want to apply the thinnest, most even layer. So I put 1 pump, and then I use Dr. Sam's 13 dot application technique. 3 dots on the forehead, 3 dots on each side of the cheek, around the cheekbone, the apple, and the jaw. Two dots on each side of the bridge of the nose, and 2 dots on the chin. And then I start spreading. Avoid the delicate eye area, and I carefully avoid the side of my nose, and I avoid my upper lip. I don't put tret on my neck because it's just way too sensitive. It gets really uncomfortable and irritated. I will use retinaldehyde on here. And for moisturizer on these days, I've been using either oils or cream. Of course, it depends. The 2 I've been reaching for the most because they're soothing, calming, moisturizing. That would include Votary's Super Seed Facial Oil. This contains all those super seeds. Talk about omega rich. I really feel like when I'm using this, I am feeding my skin. It also has a really nice texture. The Luxury Beauty Serum from St. Jane's is my most recent oil obsession. When I use this, I don't need an additional moisturizer over it. It has done so much to calm my skin. It actually contains 500 milligrams of full spectrum CBD. It's got the omegas, antioxidant, and vitamin-rich oils. This is so well balanced, even though it's not the lightest, and it absorbs really well. So for eyes at night, I've got 2 options. One is a little heavier than the other. The lightweight option would be the Grayson Tonic Oil. It's an eye serum, but really it's moisturizing enough. This is formulated just to be more lightweight and absorb faster than my other facial oil serums. This never seeps into my eyes and give me blurry vision. So if you want some retinol in your eye cream, this is probably my favorite one. It's non-irritating, and it's actually quite moisturizing and rich. Although this has never given me any milia whatsoever, this also contains a whole bunch of antioxidants, vitamin C derivatives, and like 5 or 8 different peptides. It really is the ultimate like age defensive eye cream. 2 moisturizers, 1 classic and 1 new. These have come in so handy during any periods of adjustment or dryness or sensitivity. The Midnight Blue Calming Cream, when you are retinizing and things are acting up, there is nothing just more welcoming on the skin. This actually comes in really handy during the summer too, when you feel like maybe you've gotten a bit too much sun, and whether or not it's the sun exposure, or if, for me, my skin gets so overheated and red, this is just so wonderful at just soothing all of that down. It's got the guaiacol, and again, this thing is blue. It's full of centella asiatica and other just skin barrier building ingredient. A new one I've been reaching for all the time, and again with the omegas, is Paula's Choice Omega Plus Complex Moisturizer. It's rich, but it's not. There are no silicones in here, which is the most bizarre thing because of how beautiful it feels and it spreads on the skin. It's got more of a velvet finish. It's got all the omega-rich chia, flaxseed. The texture is so, it goes on so beautifully lightweight, I would say, but it's really intensely moisturizing and nourishing. But yeah, I would say this is great for all skin types. So that's it for my evening skincare routine. I hope you enjoyed this, and until next time, I'm wishing you great skin health. Bye!